Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Dev and I are continuing Oathsworn. You finished? No. Into the Deepwood. I see you're getting into the roleplay, because we are infected now. We're dying. It's all downhill from here.
Yep. It was pretty downhill. It was a bad chapter.
Chapter 13 was, if that felt like...
It was a bad time.
That was like...
I do not feel good.
So when did old Jamie... I missed the memo where we had to bend over grabbing our ankles so the game could just rail us. That was rough. But at the end of the day...
we're dying now. We're infected and we lost Willem. Our boy Willem.
Who? I already forgot.
You already forgot
he was just so inconsequential.
I mean, everyone dies around us, so we don't remember anybody.
It's just easier to just assign you a number.
Lost another character. It's going to be the running gag of the campaign. Devin's characters always die.
That's true. They either go down, get injured, or die. I hope one more time in this campaign does the blade have to sacrifice. Bartimaeus is his name. I hope he just gets sacrificed. Like, what could be worse? So the first time you made the decision.
Yeah.
Second time
you made the decision.
I made the decision. And yeah, because it was like, okay, well, because you could have offered. I thought you were actually going to offer because you didn't want to offer up Lysine.
I was like having, I was like, oh, I didn't realize the keening was witch sacrifice. Yeah. I was going to do the Homer thing where I just
blend through
into the crowd, but then you were like, her!
Yeah, as you're walking away, there she is, there's a witch, totally over there.
What's your character's name?
My priest? Malachi.
Fuck you, Malachi.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand. Yeah, so, pretty sure it's Malachi. Yeah, Malachi.
No, it's Malachi.
Well, I'm a huge Children of the Corn fan. So, anyway, yeah, fought a witch and our old brother-in-arms, the Stone Dogs. Badass name. Mm-hmm. Funny enough, another Oathsworn or free company name that has a dog in their name because we're the Bare Necessities, spelled Bear, and they're the Stone Dogs. That'd be funny if all of them have like some dog ties. It definitely gave me. I wonder if they pulled that from The Witcher, kind of like how all the schools are different, animals. Anyway, chapter 14.
You are infected. The thought goes round and round in your heads as you sit in the ruins of a burnt-out building north of the river. You managed to save many lives by getting them across the bridges to the southern districts of Verum, but you could not manage to save yourselves. Hopelessness threatens to overwhelm you. Looking down at the black spots forming on your arms, you know it is only a matter of time before the death bell tolls for you. Everywhere you look, you see what the plague can do to people. This part of the city is overflowing with infected souls, and you have had to kill more than a few who drew too close. The sound of people screaming in the distance tells you not everyone is faring so well. As you stare into the smouldering remains of a seamstress's shop, you hear footsteps approaching. Taking a deep breath, you draw your weapons and ready yourselves for another attack by the infected. However, standing atop some old timbers, you find the Asset who journeyed with you to the Witchwood. As he stands alone, you find it difficult to focus your gaze upon him, as though your eyes refuse to obey. You force yourself to make eye contact with him and ask him if he has come to finish the job the plague started. But with a tilt of his head, the Asset smiles. If I had, you would be dead already. He replies softly. Besides, you are not allowed to die yet. The man produces a curative jar from inside his dark cloak and passes it to you. It appears to be some kind of green elixir. He then hands you a sealed note. As you break the black wax seal, the Asset carefully watches you, waiting like a coiled snake, ready to strike. The note reads, Heroes of Verum, heroes of Bastone, we know you have become afflicted. The elixir will slow your demise, and prevent you from spreading it to others. Do not squander it. It has been made from a substance which was taken from the witchwood, and no more can be produced. Imbibe the contents equally amongst yourselves, and return to the line. You are needed. There is no signature on the note, only the mark of the raven. You know all too well, this is from the Watchers. With nothing to lose, you each take a dose of the green elixir.
Alright, we have the keyword infested. That's also some shady shit. It's like, oh, the ultra elite have the cure. And they're like, yeah, anyway, sorry, no cure. Alright, infested.
Looking at your arms, you see the black spots begin to fade, though they do not disappear completely. Still, you can feel the roots of the infection coiling around your insides. For the moment, you do not need to worry about dying, at least not today.
Open mystery envelope Y.
Is this a new one?
Yes. Each Oathsworn gains 1 plague injury card.
Ooh.
Boom.
A
Boom.
plague.
This card is permanent and cannot be lost for any reason. If you do not have 2 ability cards in your hand with cooldown X, where X is the current stage of the plague, apply your current stage's effect. Ouch. Okay. 3, 4. Write down plague stage 1 on the free company sheet. Man, yeah, I wonder what would happen if we only had infected. Can I have the pencil? Because I don't know where the other one is. Oh, you have them both. Right, plague stage 1.
The plague.
Ew! 1 random Oathsworn loses 1 hit point. Alright, roll whoever rolls lower.
4. 2.
Also got a 2, so reroll. 3?
3.
4?
6.
Alright, so it's me. Of course, it's the healer.
I mean, he's gonna lose a hit point at the start anyway.
Is he? Oh, from his infection?
Well, he's got shock too, so is this the same for companions?
It doesn't say anything about companion abilities,
Yeah.
like if these go.
Oh, so that does affect him.
Anyway, continue.
The asset bids you follow him down a nearby street, where you find a dozen infected corpses. These people were clearly slain by blades, though not by you. Carefully considering the asset, your suspicions of his lethality are written plainly in the blood pooling at your feet. The shadowy man proceeds to lead you south between crumbling buildings and smoke-filled alleys. Slipping down one narrow street, a flaming building collapses before you in a heap of timber and debris.
Oh, that's right. He pronounces debris so well. It's so
Debris.
weird. Debris. Each Oathsworn performs a survival check. Difficulty 3. Any that fail lose 1 hit point.
3.
Yeah. We need each other now more than... Alright, got a 3. And 5. 8. 10.
Got it. Big time.
You roll for them.
5. Okay. For him. 2, 3, 4. Got it.
Yeah, cool.
5, 6, 7.
Nice.
Working your way through the charred remains, you carefully avoid several still burning sections of rubble, patching out flames that are scorching your clothing, and finally reaching the far side of the avenue. You find the asset already waiting for you several feet ahead, unharmed and leaning against a wall. You swear there is a look of amusement on his face as he turns and continues down the alley. You are led down into the gutters, among the still flickering flames from the conflagration which was used to stop the plague's advance. Looking down the length of the former riverbed, you see hundreds, if not thousands, of charred corpses strewn about. Infected and unaffected alike lay where they fell as they desperately tried to scale the south wall of the riverbed. Further down, you can see a fresh wave of the infected throwing themselves at the defences and being pushed back by fire and waves of flaming arrows. The siege at the riverbank is by no means over. but at least its defenders seem to be holding the barricade for now. You then watch as the asset pries open a large stone slab in the riverbank's wall, revealing a hidden access door. You soon learn the portal takes you through a labyrinth of dark passages and wet corridors, heavy with the smell of mould and rat droppings. After several minutes, you emerge at an open park-like area, which very much looks like the great courtyards of the palace estate. Hundreds of tents and makeshift tenements have been hastily erected, and the scene is bustling with men, women and children, all of whom seem to be either survivors or soldiers from north of the river. Every open bit of space is now packed with refugees. In a rare show of unity, it seems the nobility have opened their gates to the people, allowing them to camp in the gardens and courtyards of their district. The king surely had something to do with this. The nobles would never offer such charity to their neighbours of their own accord. The asset finally stops beside a large tent with a sign you know all too well hanging from the top. The edges of the wooden sign are charred somewhat, but it still clearly reads, "The Broken Oak." A welcome sight after everything you have been through. As you turn to address the asset, you find him already gone, having disappeared once again into the crowd. Drawing back the canvas door of the large tent, you enter the new home of the Broken Oak. "How can I run a tavern without ale?" You hear Bram protest as he stands behind the salvaged planks of wood that have become the new bar top. "That swill you brewed back at the old oak could hardly be called ale, but that never stopped you before. Besides, it's that winning smile of yours people come to see," Grey Cane replies. Bram tries to scowl, but is betrayed by the corners of his mouth that begin to turn up in a suppressed grin. Grey Cane winks at the barkeep and then spots you. "Oathsworn!" He beams as he instinctively moves to embrace you, but stops short. "You made it south of the river. What about your infection?" You tell him of the elixir, and he relaxes, resheathing a dagger you had not noticed him draw.
This is gonna straight up
Only
fucking
then
kill us.
does he embrace you. "You're a sight for sore eyes, you know that," he says.
Grey Cane
saved your
never
lives.
change. All right, we have the kinsman keyword.
Standing before your assembled companions, your gaze falls on Midge and Bram. There are smiles on every face, as well as looks of respect and pride. You had come to them when the fire started and the infected began their assault, choosing them over all others. Because of your decision, everyone escaped safely to the south. Bram pours you a tall drink from a small cask he has rescued, as Midge bounds up to you and begins to show you the treasures he managed to save during his escape.
Saves in quotes. All Oathsworn gain a +2 animus token.
Alright.
Nice. Nice.
You want to toss me one, too?
No, I don't actually.
Fucking one, two.
That's gonna kind of make you just really reach for it. I also need to grab my.
So do companions benefit from tokens? Like, do they get these cards in effect?
It's I have no idea.
Okay.
And
Sure.
we're in chapter 14, so we've gone on too long. I honestly think they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, honestly, because it would be it would be in like the setup, so like the
Page
character
9.
creation. Yeah, companion setup. Item cards, 3. Oh yeah, a character sheet.
Okay, sweet.
Whoops.
Okay, so they do get some extra tokens.
They certainly do. Well, yeah, I'll have to grab that because they are considered Oathsworn.
So how many circles should we have now on our cards?
Let me grab my. Well, you literally just did the blade, so you should know.
I mean, I have 3. He has 4, though. That's the only reason I'm asking.
I also have 4.
Okay, so I'm missing one.
You are missing one because we got 3 as we've leveled up, but you start with 1.
Okay.
As well, so I need a defense. I need a +2 animus again. I need a weed draw. And a battle flow. Okay. And we need each other now more than ever. Yeah, we'll redraw. I'll actually have her go 2 defense and 2 redraw. Alright.
As your companions celebrate, you think of all the souls that were doomed when you chose to defend the broken oak. Saving the few people here means nothing to the many you left behind, especially the dead.
Especially that one boy, you can't quite remember his name.
Sitting at the hastily assembled bar of the new broken oak, you are not at all surprised when the tent flap parts to make way for a member of the King's Guard. You knew your rescue would come at a price. The scroll in the guard's hand will tell you just how high that price will be.
Paper.
Taking the proffered scroll, Grey Cane splits the seal and begins to silently read. Well, they are not wasting any time, he says. They are forming an army for a crusade to the heart of darkness. You are to travel further afield and gather the witches needed for the keening by the second moon. They make it quite clear. This is not optional, he says, with a sideways smile. It looks like you are going to Thrace.
Oh, where the Assassin's Guild is? Did we just kill their queen? Alright. Choose one. Accept the contract, because otherwise you will be hunted down. Accept the contract to help humanity. Or accept the contract because you might find a cure for your infection. I'm for 2.
What's the infection one?
Help humanity.
Oh, humanity. Yeah, I guess.
We gain a redraw token. They're really trying to butter us up.
That ass fucking we took.
Yeah, God, at least spit on it before you just shove it in.
Jeez.
You wake early the next day and begin preparations for the journey ahead. Thrace is commonly known as the City of Masks, but you are more than acquainted with its
that's where I'm
other
from.
name, the City of Slaves. You will want to be well prepared for whatever you may encounter there.
Okay, I named her Silence.
Silence.
Yeah,
Nice.
because she doesn't talk.
No, her name's Whisper.
But she doesn't talk.
Okay.
You know, next time you can play the Ranger.
Well, that was the joke I was making.
You may start the trade with the Banksmith and Apothecary.
Oh.
So
I mean, how's our backpack?
we have 12 stuff. Like we're max.
Oh, we're maxed out
Yeah.
the backpack. Okay.
So if we want to sell stuff, then we can. We can also just buy something.
Yeah, I was just considering, buying backup shit.
Yeah.
For when breaks eventually happen.
No, I agree.
So, buying bows
There's
seem to be hard to find.
We do have a bow in here, a backup bow, but I agree. So we can still look. I mean, there's nothing that stops us from taking a good old gander. Good, hard, fat cock gander. So there's Bale Weed Poison. When you critical during an attack that hits, one target of the attack loses an additional health. The Heartwood Bow for range 5. When you attack, spend the amount to add range. So that becomes two red and a yellow for her instead of a black and a red. Pavis shield? Pavi's shield?
Yeah.
If you have 3 health or less, you gain 2 redraws on an attack.
Nice.
The Witchwood Staff. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, but I agree. I don't have a gear for him, so I think the Baleweed Poison I'll want, because... Oh, wait, no. Not the Baleweed. Oh, no, it was the shield that did that. Yeah, that's the only gear. Well, Waxed Cloak, when you use an ability card for its defense value, treat the ability as having 0 battle flow.
Oh, cool. Pretty good.
That feels more situational. Yeah, so take 14 out, please, and I'll buy myself the poison. But we can also sell for half of their values.
It's 14. Let's see. Well, I mean, any heavy armors in there? Let me see. Take a look.
What did I just do with them? They're right here.
So this is our purchase?
That's our purchase. This is what we have to sell. Because we have a shit ton of, like, two-handed weapons.
So we have a bunch of two-handers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about heavy armors?
We have, full steel plate. And that's pretty much it. That's the only armor we have.
Okay.
Especially, so we can sell that for 3, 4.
I'd rather not.
No, not that. I meant other stuff. Here's 5. No, because we have a 5 and a 6 that aren't gonna do much.
Right.
Do we want to sell the Thracian Kiss Dagger?
Um,
That was the 15 from the Lady Alana. I don't know if you ever planned on. You're the only one here.
if I ever
who wield
duel the daggers, it'd be not a bad one. When you critical during attack, it's battle for 1 card. We can sell it, I guess.
You would sell it, or
Yeah, we
won't?
can sell it. I mean, big deal. I like keeping with the two-handed swords.
Okay, so that will be 7.
We want to purchase a heartwood bow.
Yeah. So that's 14. So pull 7 out of the bag, please.
Okay.
Just so we have that on backup.
Okay. And we have a bunch of two-handers, you said.
Yes.
Okay. Pull out 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, neat. That's that. We can also buy more curatives if we want.
No, it might not be a bad idea.
Okay, it's 14 a pop.
God, they're expensive though.
Yeah.
We got 40, 50-ish. Got a lot of money.
Yeah. Do you want to buy 2 for 28?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. Give me 2 singles back.
Whoop. Thought you handed me 2 20s. I'm like, Devin, that's not even close to how much I need to hand back to you.
Here. No, take this back.
Oh, yes, I do. All right.
Hours later, you find yourselves back on the wire road,
I don't want to.
trudging beneath the cursed canopy of the Deepwood, with the hopes of a city once again on your shoulders. You wonder how you got into this mess. It's a nasty job, but someone has to do it, and it just became very personal for you. Without a witch, the keening will not be possible, and you won't be able to find a cure for the plague now worming its way through your body. The city will die, and you along with it. The thought gives you purpose and drives you on through the Deepwood. Your journey takes you to the lands east of Verum, along the only stretch of the wire road leading to Thrace. Before your departure, Greycane felt it necessary to educate your group on the peculiarities of Thrace, so as not to, as he called it, cause an incident. He was very clear to convey that while Thrace is a vassal state under Verum's law, it is the 5 dynastic families who hold all the power there. The hardest reality to accept will be the slavery, he had said. Tread lightly. When you encounter it, you may see people being abused, but to the 5, slaves are merely property. Do not intervene in their business unless you are looking for a fight. The journey passes with relative ease, but as dusk falls on the 7th day, you hear a sound no free company wants to hear. A distant buzzing, growing louder as it draws near. Quickly taking cover behind rocks and trees, you brace yourselves as a swarm of burrowers, insects the size of your thumb, zip past. Most of the swarm passes by without issue, but a small contingent senses your presence, and dives to your eyes, nose, and mouth, seeking a way in.
It's right up your nose.
Perform a survival check, difficulty 4. We get now rerolls on one reroll. We get one reroll.
One reroll, okay. Difficulty 4, you said.
2, 3. Reroll. God damn it. There we go. Alright, over here.
Oh man, crushed it.
Yeah, I got exactly 4. So
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm super survivable.
Look over, you're wearing.
Like I have enough. I hand him the remainder. You got it.
Cool.
Crushing it over
We're
here.
all good. If all succeed, we all gain a +2 animus token.
Nice. Damn. Goddamn right we do. Some fucking. This boss is gonna be a
Striking
fucking
a torch,
chunk, isn't
you
it?
wave the flames wildly in front of your own face. The fire singes your skin, but manages to force the biting insects into a retreat with burnt wings. After a few moments, the buzzing rises once again, and you realize the threat is not over yet. The buzzing quickly grows louder as the bulk of the swarm wheels around and focuses their full attention on you. Burrowers will strip a man to the bone in minutes, or burrow deep into your flesh and lay their eggs in the thousands. It's a bad way to go. You need to come up with a plan, quickly, if you wish to live. There is no way to outrun these insects, but you may be able to distract them. Burrowers only seek flesh to lay their eggs in and food to consume. Since you're not about to give them your flesh, your rations are your only option. There is no telling how much food would be needed to distract a swarm that size, so you dump everything. You might die of starvation, but if this distraction fails, you will not live long enough to find out. After spreading all your rations across the ground, you immediately run off along the wire.
Each Oathsworn performs a survival check, difficulty 3. Add 1 to the result if you are an addendry. Jeez.
Hey. 3, huh?
Yep.
This is survival, so we get a reroll with our bushwhacking.
Yep. So 3.
Oh,
4,
damn. 2, 4,
and
6, 8.
2, 4,
8.
6.
9, 10, 11.
Nice.
4, 6. 6, 7, 8.
We are all good.
You charge along the
these
wire
rerolls
road
are
at
nice.
full pelt, trying to put distance between you and the swarm. The fact that you are not dead yet tells you your distraction must be working.
Nice.
Your lungs burn from sprinting. It feels like you have been running all night, but the thought of an excruciating death propels you on. With one hand on your blade and the other on the wire road, you bound over a fat root, duck around a deepwood tree, and suddenly stop. The wire road is gone. Sections of the wire road commonly break or become severed by the ever-shifting woods. Teams of wire runners are always busy following the cables and maintaining these lifelines.
Okay.
For whatever reason, this section has not been repaired for some time. The wire to Thrace ends here. The buzzing drone of the swarm grows louder behind you once again. Though they are quite a way off at the moment, it will not be long before they catch up to you. Every fibre in your being is urging you to run. Now.
What?
We have a choice.
Leave someone behind?
No.
Oh.
If
Like, are you fucking...
you have the blade, he stays behind. Run into the Deepwood without a heading, or hold onto the wire and try to find another solution.
Without a heading? That seems like a bad call.
I agree. That was it's like, I don't know. I feel like the wire is like our lifeline, literally.
But we're probably gonna have to deal with the burrowers.
I was curious about. I'm like, who made the wire road?
Yeah.
And they kind of explained it, that there's teams dedicated to that. I think letting go of the wire is worse. Just running off. But
Yeah, I agree. Stick to the wire.
Running off into the Deepwood without a bearing is suicide. You would become lost in a matter of moments and never find your way out. As you frantically search for another escape route, you catch sight of tiny lights off in the distance. Looking closely, you see small jars filled with glowflies hanging from the trees, dozens of them, forming a crude pathway that winds off into the darkness. The glowflies would not last long in those jars, which means someone is maintaining them. It clearly leads somewhere, and considering what you have chasing you, anywhere is better than here. Keeping one hand on your blade, you release the wire and follow the lights. Following the trail of lantern-like jars through the trees, you eventually come to a wide clearing, seemingly untouched by the Deepwood. In its center is a small village. Strangely, the settlement has no palisade walls protecting it, and you cannot imagine how anyone could survive out here without at least that one crucial aspect of protection. Turning your focus back to the untainted ground, you try to make sense of how the Deepwood's touch could possibly have been kept at bay here. Suddenly, a woman steps into view and approaches. "Greetings, travellers. My name is Nydia," she says, introducing herself. "I'm the village elder here, as well as a herbalist for my sins.
Are you a
Welcome
witch?
to our refuge." She considers you with a warm smile, pulling back her cowl to reveal a long mane of red hair, streaked with ribbons of silver. Her soft golden eyes watch your every move. After explaining your situation, she nods gracefully and invites you to stay. "I'm afraid we do not have much, but we're happy to help in any way we can. If you're not in a hurry, we will gather some supplies and help you find your way back to the Wire Road." Though you would prefer not to delay your mission further by resting here, the truth remains you would have died if not for this village. You ultimately agree to accept the offer and are provided a small hut for the night, as well as some hot soup from the kindly woman. Staying in a village unprotected by walls makes it all but impossible to relax, let alone sleep. Instead, you grip your weapon tight and wait for the coming dawn. When morning comes, you are invited to join the rest of the village for breakfast. Daylight allows you to take your first clear look at the settlement, which predominantly consists of ramshackle huts arranged around a wide commons with a tall building in its center. Amazingly, the ground here does not consist of the usual chaotic mess of green mud and cursed deepwood roots, but rather plush green grass. You cannot recall ever seeing anything like it. Every village and settlement is forced to hack away the invading flora on a daily basis, or salt the earth to keep the Deepwood's touch at bay, but somehow this area remains pristine. While sharing a meal of light stew and soft breads, you ask Nydia how they have managed to cultivate such wonderful grass without it being corrupted by the woods.
What?
She's gonna be a witch.
Oh, yeah.
"The one protects us," she replies, with her signature warm smile. You notice other villagers look to you with a similar countenance to Nydia as she speaks. "We are delighted to have you here with us, travellers." After breakfast, you steer the conversation towards the issue of getting back to the Wire Road. You learn they have been unable to find the wire to Thrace for some time. Only the way back to Verum is known. "Unfortunately, there are no maps of the area," Nydia tells you. "We set the lanterns in the trees to help those who become lost. Some chose to stay, others move on. There is another village to the west of here whom we trade with on occasion, but perhaps they have a map to help you get back on the road." Nydia hands you a spool of thin silver line. "Take this. Use it to trace your way. If you become lost again, you can follow it back here. There is enough thread for at least a day's journey."
Okay. We are back to this.
I'm like, she's gonna be nice and sweet, and it's like, she's gonna be a witch, and we're gonna have to take her. I'm like, okay, they don't seem to be taking that route.
Good. Okay. So we know how this works. So I need to find the village.
Yeah, we are 0 rations.
Oh yeah, you are correct. Place the village tile. Boop. So we'll just kind of go with that and hope that that works. Yeah, place in the center of the table. This represents the village or refuge. Place 4 clear Deepwood tiles around the village as shown. Place your free company marker on the village tile. 2, 3, 4.
And she said to the west?
I think so.
Okay.
Place tracker tokens showing the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the village tile. Okay. It is important to remember the difference between clue tokens and tracker tokens in this chapter. Place the 14A time track below the center play. You need to find a way back to the wire road heading to Thrace. You have enough string for 1 day of travel. Triggers on the time track will indicate when you have reached a day's travel and send you back to the village. Oh, okay. So I guess it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
So, okay. They said there's a village to the west that they trade with.
Yes.
We are heading... Do you remember... Did they say a heading when we were heading to Thrace? Thrace?
No. No, I do not. Let's see. We said lanterns. There's another village to the west of here.
The trade with. And she said there might be a map there. So it's our only lead.
They might know, yeah.
So I say we go west then.
Okay. Oops. Okay, so we go west. Did I choose that? Yeah. So. Yep, so that will go.
Does it tell you which ones to generate? Or is it?
Yeah, it shows like where we're at, and then I think it goes like this. Alright, what direction do we want to keep going west?
Yep.
So, boom, boom, and boom.
Okay. South.
South. So here, there, and there. So keep going west.
Yep.
The sickening stench of rotting animal flesh rises in your nostrils. You raise your weapons, ready for any predator that may be lurking nearby. As you part some bushes, you find the source of the putrid smell. A pair of dead carcasses lay on the earth. Inspecting the husks, you find a large hole in each of the sternums, through which it seems their insides have been sucked out.
Like spaghetti.
Yummy, yummy. Perform a search check, difficulty 6. Add 1 to the result if the ranger is with you. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
We'll just have her go. Difficulty 6.
Well, she gets a redraw, right?
Oh, yeah,
free
cool,
one.
cool. Yep, thank you. 2, 4, 5, 6, plus 1 because she's the ranger. But,
Yeah.
8. Nice.
You find several toppled trees and broken limbs surrounding the area where the two creatures were eaten. Whatever killed them must have been huge. There are indeed blood-sucking creatures in the Deepwood, but you have never known any as big as this.
All Oathsworn gain a defense token.
Oh, God. So we fought... It was like a wasp thing, right? That was the one bug?
Bloatflies.
Bloatfly.
I think it's what they were called.
Maybe we'll find like a super skeeter.
It's actually just a vampire. Alright, choose the direction to go in. We can go east and south.
South.
South?
Let's keep trying this west business.
Okay,
Did we
so
find it?
south becomes a ruined village.
Hey. Oh, they're dead. Well, we trade with them sometimes. Well, we haven't done a trade in a while.
It's been about 15 years since we last traded with them. Oh, okay, so thanks for nothing.
Oh, okay, so blocked off.
Place the ruined village tile here.
Pushing through a thick tangle of vines, you come upon a ruined village. Investigating the settlement, you find it hard to believe this could be the town Nydia spoke of. The place appears to have been dead for several months. However, having come across no other villages on your trek west, it is the only possibility that makes sense.
Perform a reasoning check. Difficulty 3.
Do we have rerolls on reasoning?
We have rerolls on every
one of them?
everything.
Okay.
We have one reroll.
What was it? You said 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would just roll 3, right?
I mean, I think 4 gives us the better option.
Also increases chances of just outright failing, but...
True. I mean, 3... If I get 1 blank, then I could just give it 2, but...
Alright, didn't matter.
Okay.
Being a trading partner to Nydia's isolated village, you wonder how she could have been unaware of its demise. Perhaps you ought to question some of the other settlers back at Refuge to see if they knew anything.
Gain clue token 1.
Oh, God. They're going to be some fucked up monsters, aren't they?
I bet the tracking tokens are how many attempts we get, because the way it made it sound was like we just kind of teleport
Making the
back.
best of the situation, you decide to search the remains of the ruined village for anything of use. With any luck, you may find an intact map of the area or other gear.
Perform a search check. Difficulty 4. 2, 4, 5. 5. We got it. We got it.
You spend some time turning over stones and looting long decomposed corpses, but only uncover a few minor items of value. And as the sun dips lower in the sky, you are forced to accept that you will probably not find anything to guide you back to the Wire Road or Thrace today.
Nah.
On your way out of the village, your eye catches the glint of iron in the distance, and upon investigation, you find several corpses with large puncture wounds in their chests. Their attire is unmistakably Scar tribe, and looks to be one of the same group you encountered in the treetop village. They must have a hunting ground in the area. The tribe may have been responsible for the death of the village, but the remains are far too decayed for you to determine what transpired here. With your search complete, you begin the trek back to Refuge, re-spooling the silver line as you retrace your steps through the woods.
Gain 2 common items from the common item deck. Gain 8 iron. Gain 2. So I guess we get to choose what items from the common item deck, because it doesn't say random. So let's see. Maybe the Pavis shield? Oh wait, no one can hold that.
Yeah, my guy doesn't use shields.
Yeah.
I guess, can the bear use shields?
No.
No.
Nope. So let's see. Maybe another Heartwood bow. And what, a Guardian Blade?
I'll take Guardian Blade, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Neat. One, two, three. Okay, cool. Place time tokens on the time track until you place a time token on the next immediate effect. So, guess I would, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Click the Add Next Time button in the app until you reach the next time triggered story. Oh.
You return to the village just before nightfall.
Place your free company marker on the village tile. Hey, it's us, your
Nydia
boy.
is already waiting for you the moment you step from the woods into the clearing. Did you find the Wire Road? She inquires. Or the village, at least.
Did you find the village?
Oh, we found the village.
Oh.
Nydia.
It's massacred? That's a shame. Here's your soup. For the following options, you are not considered to have clue tokens that are on the village tile. Remember that clue tokens are not tracker tokens. For the following options, you are not considered to have clue tokens that are on the village tile. Remember that clue tokens are not tracker tokens. Okay, so maybe we place them on there.
Okay.
So, I guess I'm confused on this one. Because it said we gain clue token 1.
Yes.
But then for the following options, you are not considered to have clue tokens that are on the... Okay, I'll just click have if you have clue token 1.
You explain how you were able to find the village, but it had been destroyed and seemed to have been abandoned for several months. Nydia is shocked and saddened by the news, telling you how she considered them to be good people. You ask her how long it has been since anyone traded with them. Not for several months now, she replies, before walking off to speak with some of the other villagers.
Okay, yeah, place clue token 1 on the village tile.
Okay.
If there are 8 tokens on the time track, there are...
With the sun now set, you decide this may be a good opportunity to speak with a few other villagers or explore the settlement a bit more before bedding down for the night.
Okay, so we can choose one. Only if Tracker 4 is on the village, we can explore the village. If Tracker Token 5 is on it, we can talk to a hunter, or we can talk to a cultivator.
A tracker token?
That's what the 1 through 6
ones.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can explore the village, talk to a hunter, or talk to a cultivator.
Hunter or talk to a cultivator? Cultivator sounds interesting.
Okay.
Because they're somehow resistant to Deepwood.
True, yeah. Remove Tracker Token 6 and archive it.
You find one of the cultivators tending a patch of mushrooms outside one of the huts. As she bundles a few into a small handkerchief, you immediately recognize the mushrooms to be the ones found in the rations which Nydia has been giving you. Approaching the woman, you ask if it would be possible to have a few more.
Perform a bartering check, difficulty 5.
Give it a shot.
All right.
Do we have a reroll for bartering?
Yes.
Okay.
We have
For
one
all
for
of them.
every
Every
single
one of them. Okay.
Yes. We get one for survival, spot, search, listen, barter, threat, reason.
Damn. Okay, cool. I'm going to do 5.
Because whenever it was just me and you last time, and you wanted, I don't remember, I think it was spots, I think you wanted barter, threat, or reason, but all the checks that chapter were like the spot, search, listen. Mm-hmm. We got another free company trait upgrade when it was me and Keith, and I'm like, we're doing the one that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then now we just got the bushcraft.
Okay. So we get a free reroll. Okay.
So you're at 4.
Come on. I guess I can fucking spend on mine. Thank you.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
After a bit of encouragement, she finally gives you a small sack full.
Oh yeah, she does. I'm gonna give her a sack full. All Oathsworn gain +2 Animus tokens.
Okay. Fine, I'll give you more.
More
You're
mushrooms.
so energetic. I have 4.
Yeah, I think I do too. Yep. If you have clue token 1, or it is on the village tile.
You change the conversation to the ruined village you came across and ask the cultivator if she can tell you anything more about it. Sad, isn't it? She says, her innocent eyes reflecting on the loss. I miss trading mushroom spores with old Nora over there. The girl continues as Nydia joins the conversation. Sarah, will the new harvest be ready for the feast? Asks Nydia. Yes, mistress, she replies. Turning to you, Nydia begs your leave. Sorry, Oathsworn. May I steal her from you? We need to discuss the recipe for the big day. Together, they return to the mushroom patch.
Like a cult death. They kill
Yeah,
themselves.
pretty much. What's that red punch bowl over there? Are you guys all wearing... We look down, they're all wearing Nikes.
I don't drink root beer, and I only drink what I like.
Perform a reasoning check, difficulty 5. Good thing I'm not even gonna fucking need any rerolls.
Oh, fuck
2, 4, 6, 7,
Clobbered it.
9.
You reasoned the fuck out of her.
I'm like, come on. Come on.
You notice there was something odd
She
in the
stares
words
at
the
her.
girl used to answer your
Until she
question.
gives in.
She said, I miss, not I will miss. How could the girl have known the village was destroyed if Nydia supposedly had no idea? Why would Nydia have sent you there if she knew it had been destroyed?
You want us to see. If you have clue token 5, gain clue. If you do not have clue token 5, gain clue token 5.
Fucking Nadia, some dark shit.
Yeah, she's gonna morph into some werewolf or something.
Yeah, something.
You file away the information and notice that the night is drawing in.
And there are 8 tokens on the time track.
There is clearly something going on in this village that people are trying to hide from you. Making your way back to your hut, you consider whether it would be prudent to spend the night investigating or to try to get a good night's sleep and regain your strength.
We can rest for the night or spend the night investigating.
Eight in the. How would that punish us? I wonder.
I'm thinking it's the first night while we have energy before
Yeah.
they start poisoning our food
I
and we
agree.
start getting weaker.
I agree. Yeah, let's keep digging.
Using the cover of darkness, you identify a few areas of interest to investigate further.
Oh, okay. So we can investigate the central building. We can investigate the area immediately surrounding the village, or we can sneak into Nydia's house.
I think Nydia, she's fucking weird.
She's
Let's
kinda
check
hot.
her out.
She's hot. I know.
Grab some
She's
panties. It's just a haversack. It's
It reminded me of I think there's a Family Guy bit where they're using Lois's panties to fling eggs,
that's right.
and it's like, Crockbot, you want to get in on this? I gotta got my own game going on. Hey, Malachi, you want to get in on this? Remove tracker token 3.
With all the questions you have about this place,
Day 1, and we're already
Nydia
sneaking in
is
our
undoubtedly the
house.
key to answering many of them.
Man, we've been betrayed so many times by bullshit.
Name one time we've been betrayed besides the 8 other times.
The 8 other times. God.
Name one person who's betrayed us.
We went to the fucking village where everyone was just like, outsiders.
That's true.
You know, and then we went to the fucking religious capital place, and it was one of their soldiers was the fucking binding everybody.
Yep, that's
and then
true.
there's the fucking satyr that's turned everyone.
Well, the satyr was a monster, so I mean, we can't be betrayed by a monster.
But we were so betrayed because they were under control of something.
Oh, I see.
Through the shadows, you make your way down a pitch-black alley to her hut. The home is shrouded in complete darkness, not a single amber flame burning.
Perform a stealth check, difficulty 7. Add 1 to the result if you have a cur, and subtract 1 from the result if you have an Ursus.
Oh no!
Shut the fuck up.
He's gonna make the check now. 8.
Well, it's 9 now. Oh, 8, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Who has the most rerolls? She does, technically.
He's got 2.
She's got 3.
You want to let her do it? Go for it.
Alright, give me 3.
3.
And I'm not even gonna roll a single blank.
You rolled quite a few blanks. You want to dump all your rerolls for that shit?
Well, we'll use the free one.
Okay.
No, there's not even a way to pass. Alright.
Fuck.
The moment you slip into Nydia's home, you hear her voice call from upstairs. Can't you sleep, darling?
Just kick the
stairs
door
creak
open.
as footsteps begin their descent. Being caught inside the elder's house after dark could jeopardize your chances of receiving any more rations from the village, and so you quickly flee the scene. Once outside, you hide close against the wall of the house and wait for Nydia to return to bed so that you can make another attempt to investigate. After some time, you realize you have missed your chance and head back to your hut, hoping to rest for what little remains of the night.
All Oathsworn lose a combat token of their choice.
Well, I guess I'll lose a fucking energy one since we have so many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's how
Your
it's gonna
second
punish us.
day in the strange village called Refuge begins with gathering your gear and heading to the commons. The place is bustling with activity, as the villagers seem to be preparing for some kind of festival. You recall a few mentions of a feast from your conversations so far. The life of a Deepwood settler is rather bleak. Many settlements hold periodic celebrations as a way to keep the creeping darkness from consuming people's minds and eroding morale. Apparently one such occasion is coming up, as you see them hanging bunting and erecting a maypole for the children to dance around.
This is some, like, Windmill Village shit. That, and it's like, and here's our leader, Rock Terrio.
Yeah.
They put him in here by name?
Of course, in the middle of all the activity, you find
We're the
Nadia
Anthill
busy
kids.
organizing and offering directions. Good morning, she smiles as you approach. I hope you slept well.
I did.
You've joined us at a great time here at Refuge. We are holding a feast the night after next to celebrate the One's protection over us all. We have so much to be thankful for. Speaking of which, I asked Sarah to prepare something special for you today, to lift your spirits. Nadia pulls a small cloth-covered jar from a crate and hands it to you. She makes the most wonderful garlic mushrooms. I made sure to save you some. I'm afraid that is all I can offer you in the way of rations. Her scant offerings of rations will not support your company for very long, and you consider asserting your authority as Oathsworn by demanding she provides more food. However, looking at the gaunt faces and undernourished bodies of the villagers, you realize they already live on less than what they need. They may be preparing for a feast, but such celebrations in the Deepwood are often meager affairs and provide more sustenance to the soul than the body. Accepting the gift, you thank her for the kindness.
Okay, we do not have clue token 3, and it is not on the village tile.
I'm glad we were able to speak early this morning, Nadia continues. I remembered something which may be of some help to you. Not long ago, we had a caravan pass through, trading iron and other wares. They were the ones who told us about the wire being lost. Ultimately, the merchants decided to brave the Deepwood rather than stay with us. They left with a supply of food, amber and silk, heading north, but I do not believe they managed to travel far. We heard screams in the distance that night and a great commotion not long after. Perhaps if you were to track down the remnants of their caravan, you would find rations for your travels, maybe even the wire road itself. With an entire day at your disposal, you consider your options. Would it be best to search for the lost caravan to the north and possibly solve your ration problems? Or should you choose a different direction to focus your search?
Okay, well, we don't need to go west again, because it's completely blocked off,
Right.
so all that can be taken off.
Can we leave it?
I mean, do we need to?
It makes me feel good to fill out the map.
It does, except I'm very limited on
Okay.
top. So, because we're going to have to probably shift things just to make room, and it's literally all blocked off. So, okay. So now we can go north, south, east, or west.
It's like she's leading us. She's definitely fishy. Makes me kind of want to go in a different direction, but I do kind of want rations, and
Yeah.
I do kind of want to take.
I'm kind of curious
I feel like
to
we'll
see-
have more clues as to what the nature of this if we keep
Right.
following her directions.
That was my thinking
I
as
don't know
well.
if she's just like, if she is some kind of fucked up beast, maybe she's just having some kind of macabre pleasure at showing her kills or something.
Yeah, she's like gonna tucker us all out so she can just have her way with us. Mm-hmm. Oh no, Nadia, I'm so tired.
All right, north it up.
All right. So north and boom, boom, boom. Keep going north.
Yep.
Boom. 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 Draw a Deepwood event. Oh, yay.
We never get those.
We never do, and yet we have like a massive event deck. Draw a Deepwood event if it is event 5 through 11, 15, or 16. Shuffle it back in. It's 15. 3. Passing the mouth of a cave, you peer into the inky blackness and see something glimmer. Could it be treasure, or perhaps a fiend of some kind? There are many tales of both being found in such places. Do you ignore the glimmering object and avoid the cave, or investigate the glimmering object?
I say keep going.
I agree. As you pass the cave opening, the glimmering object disappears before quickly reappearing a moment later. You suspect you made the right choice. Woo!
How am I really gonna find amazing treasure in the Deepwood?
You find the Godslayer 3000. You find the BFG from Doom. What? It's like, yeah, just open the envelope V. It's just the BFG. Yeah. Alright, keep going north, baby.
Notice small indentations in the moss growing on the deep wood floor here. They are faint, but you may be able to track whatever left them.
Perform a spot check. Difficulty 6, and then we move up 1.
Okay. Go up 1?
Yep.
Difficulty what?
6.
Of course I just start. Hand me a few.
Yeah, and if you want to slide those bad boys down, how many you want? 2?
Yeah, 2.
Cool.
We've been leaning on dice quite a bit. We usually go cards more.
I usually go with cards in combat for spot checks. I don't want to.
Oh, hey.
I don't. All right.
Okay, reroll.
Two, 4, 6, 7. Got it.
Looking closely, you recognize the indentations as prints left behind by horse hooves. It seemed they passed this way some time ago, heading west.
Good deal. All right. Well, let's head west.
Okay.
Carefully studying the terrain as you go, you notice the branches of the deepwood trees here have clearly been cut by axes. The practice is common among merchants who need to fit their carts and horses through tight spaces in the woods. A caravan passed this way at some point, but the terrain allows for only 3 possible exits from this area. Trails made by caravans do not last long in the ever-changing landscape of the Deepwood, but if you can pick up the tracks left behind, you will be able to learn where the caravan went.
Perform a search check. Difficulty 5. Add 1 to the result if you have the Huntress or Ranger with you.
Hey.
All right. Difficulty 5, so 4.
Yep. Nail it.
Nice. Nice. All Oathsworn gain a battle flow token.
Please and thank you.
Get a battle scars. There we go. Dope.
Following a trail of crushed twigs and the faint impressions of footprints in the mud, you make out the telltale signs of humans traveling west through a small pass between the deepwood trees and the rocky outcropping.
Okay, so I guess keep going west.
Okay.
Right. Yep. Found the slain caravan. It's gonna be on that spot that we're on. There we go. So, and then just cover it up. You can flip that one over. Neat.
It does not take you long to find the caravan, or what is left of it anyway. The wreckage of overturned carts and horse corpses are scattered on the path ahead. As a precautionary measure, you give the area a quick visual search to be certain there are no creatures lying in wait. With the area secured, you investigate the scene. As expected, there are no human remains among the wreckage. Fresh meat never sits long in the Deepwood. However, what you do find peculiar is the fact that there are no blood trails leading off into the woods, and the corpses of the horses have been left untouched. Whatever took the merchants did so cleanly and had no interest in consuming horse flesh. The spokes of the wheels of the carts have broken, and there are gouges in their wooden sides. Taking a closer look, you notice the marks do not appear to have been made by claws or any other kind of beast. They are too clean, as though made by some kind of bladed weapon. Perhaps they encountered a Scar tribe, although you have never known a Scar tribe to leave behind fresh meat, and they most certainly would have left a far greater mess in their wake.
Gain clue token 3. Nice.
Turning your attention to salvaging any supplies, you begin your search for rations or maps, which may help lead you to Thrace.
Perform a search check, difficulty 4. Add 1 to the result if you have an Ursus with you.
Oh, cool. Difficulty 3?
Yep. 4. Well, yeah, the 3 with the +1. Nice.
And it. Yes.
Digging through the wreckage, you find open sacks and broken crates, but no rations. It is odd for a caravan of this size not to have been properly stocked with food for such a journey. Before giving up the search, you luckily spot some equipment hidden under an overturned cart.
Gain 1 item from the common item deck. Gain 1 curative card from the curative deck.
Nice.
Alright. Neat. Curative right into that injury. Alright, and then I don't even know what item. Oh, what do you think? Item wise? I mean, I don't even think we can hold it. 1, 2,
When is-
3,
when-
4,
what does it
5,
check?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, when does it check when we can hold it?
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably just jettison something from
Yeah.
our thing. We can get rid of, and we have like a lot of good stuff right now, like good replacement stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's gear that we generally use, I'd rather keep that.
Yeah, I mean, we have that Eshonai, which was like the Forest King's
Can you
blade.
see that? Just a black and a red. Spend any combat token to move 3. And it's just a 1. Oh, I kind of want to use that just to use that.
Just to use
That's
it.
badass. It's like 2 reds and a yellow. But that defense is nice. I mean, I kind of like to hold on to it.
Yeah, so we'll just hold on to what we got, I think. Okay.
As a dark cloud forms overhead and rain begins to fall, you are left with no choice but to head back to the village for the evening. Yet another day, with no sign of a way to escape these dreaded woods.
Place time tokens on the time track until you place the time token on the next immediate effect. So boom, 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 boom. Okay.
You arrive back at refuge as the sun slips beneath the horizon.
Place a free company marker, or you
Nydia
did.
is already waiting for you at the edge of the strange clearing of greenery. Did you find what you were looking for, Oathsworn? She asks hopefully.
I don't know what your angle is, old lady, but
You found what you were looking for, sweet.
I just, either, she'd be like a really sweet old lady, or she's just like wickedly smiling. For the following options, you are not considered to have clue tokens that are on the village tile, so if we have,
So we have 5 and 3?
yep, but if you have clue tokens, 3.
Settling on a direct approach, you ask Nydia if she knows anything about the caravan you found in the Deepwood. All dead, she asks. You nod. I suspected as much. They left us after the wire was lost. As you know, the woods here are treacherous. I do hope the next caravan will make it through. After all, we are still dependent on outside trade here. You explain how the caravan did not appear to have been attacked by beasts of the wild, but rather by men with weapons. Our friends in the nearby village have been assaulted by a Scar tribe in the past, she says. Perhaps they returned? When asked if a Scar tribe has ever attacked refuge, Nydia shakes her head. No, the one protects, she smiles.
Place clue token 3 on the village tile.
Okay.
And there are 16 tokens.
With twilight settling over the village, the people hustle about in one last burst of activity before the final rays of daylight are lost.
She's gonna fucking turn into a creature.
Yeah,
There's
for sure.
no way. It's not some weird festival. Okay, so we can talk to a hunter still, and we can explore the village. Explore the village?
Yeah.
Remove token 4.
The village feels quite peaceful in the waning light of day. Most of the villagers have retired to their huts for the evening, and you see the warmth of amber fires through the small windows. Everything about this settlement seems to defy the realities of the Deepwood. Somehow its corrupting touch has completely overlooked this place. But most incredible of all is how it has managed to survive what appears to be for a very long time without the protection of palisade walls. You have heard rumours that there were some areas of the Deepwood where monster encounters are rare, but your practical experience has always forced you to dismiss such claims. Perhaps the One truly does watch over and protect this place.
Perform a spot check. Difficulty 6.
Who did the last one?
I don't remember. Oh, he did, because he got +1.
Okay, so you roll.
Alright.
Oh, fuck yes.
Got 2, 4, 6, 8.
Goddamn right.
8. She's eagle-eyed this time. 10, 11, 13, 14. She's like, okay, I know exactly what's over there. Fucking.
As you wander the village, most of the people you encounter appear somewhat off and apprehensive.
Really?
It is almost as if they are trying to avoid you. Perhaps they are afraid. The entirety of the village sits within a perfect circle of untainted land. Each home is of simple construction, with tiny paned windows in every one, except for the strange building in the very centre of the town. Looking towards Nydia's home, you suddenly see the face of a young woman peeking out at you. You are fairly certain you have not seen the woman before. However, before you can get a proper look, she draws the curtains shut. Back at your hut, you cannot escape the nagging feeling that there is something strange beneath the surface of this village. The people here seem off somehow. Suddenly, a thought strikes you. While observing the preparations for the festivities earlier in the day, you noticed how the only person smiling was Nydia. The events of the day have left your body yearning for sleep, but your suspicions tell you to investigate the village. You need the rest, but ignoring your instincts could prove dangerous.
So we can choose one: rest for the night or spend the night investigating.
We don't sleep. It's for the dead. We got work to do.
Okay.
While hiding in the shadows, you debate where to focus your investigation.
Okay, so we can't try and sneak into her house again.
Was there a central building? Was that separate from her house?
Yes. Yeah, so...
They pointed that out with like a chick in there, so I want to go central building.
Okay. Remove tracker token 1.
You move quietly through the shadows of the village, sneaking over to the tall building in the center of the commons. You find the area is completely empty. There are not even any guards stationed around the perimeter. Yet another strange aspect to this tiny settlement in the middle of nowhere. Circling the tall building, you are unable to find a single door or window. Perhaps there is a hidden entrance or some kind of entryway on the roof.
Check the walls more closely or try to climb the structure. Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. And as you climb up, it's Nydia just holding the grapple.
I guess her arms just look like giant muscles. Just...
Yeah, eyes all
Hi,
slanty.
Diddy. I kind of want to climb it.
Okay.
Examining the exterior walls of the building, you see they are smooth and offer little to grab onto.
Perform a climbing check, difficulty 6. Add 2 to the result if you have a ranger, exile, or obby.
Nice.
Alright. Difficulty 6?
this? What is it? It's 6 plus 2? So you just need 4?
I need 4.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. 2, 3.
With a
crit.
Fuck yeah.
6.
Yes.
Basically. God, we got fucking aiming over here.
While searching the building's
Without the
exterior,
autism.
you suddenly smell the rotten stench of death and decay. It is definitely coming from within the structure.
Nice. If you have clue token 5, gain clue token 6.
Oh, honey.
Nice.
Before you can move to investigate further, a voice calls to you. Up late, Oathsworn. Turning, you see Nydia standing in the darkness with a smile on her face. That is a shrine where offerings to the One are laid, she says, motioning to the tall building. It stood here long before my arrival to the village. It's the reason we have been protected all these years.
Right, right.
You have encountered many strange beliefs in your travels to the various villages littering the Deepwood, but none quite like this. Your attempts to understand more about their faith go unanswered, as Nydia bids you farewell for the night. You must get your rest, Oathsworn. You have a long day ahead of you. Though she has done little to assuage your suspicions, she is right about needing your rest. Trying to find the wire road on no sleep all but ensures failure. As Nydia fades into the night, you head back to your hut for some much-needed rest. On the morning of your 3rd day,
We're like
you are
fucking
woken at dawn by
dying.
the sound of villagers busy at work. Stepping from your hut, you see preparations for the upcoming feast are nearly complete. They must have begun the work hours before sunrise to be this far along in the effort. Almost immediately, Nydia approaches. "Good morning to you, Oathsworn," she says, offering you an armful of provisions. "Please, take this for your journey ahead, and if you don't find your way back to the Wire Road today, remember, you are welcome to join us for this evening's feast."
And we do not have clue token 4.
As Nydia begins to turn away, she pauses. "I have not mentioned this yet, due to the danger, but there is another route which may lead you back to the Wire Road. To the east, there is an old trader's route which cuts through the mountains. The Wire Road passes around that area, so you may be able to reacquire it on the other side. I've never ventured that way myself, so I can't be of more help. Good luck to you, friends. Your presence here has been uplifting for our people. We have been hopeful you would join us for the feast this evening, but understand you have a mission you must complete." With her signature smile, she turns and departs. Not wanting to burn daylight, you deliberate on which direction to take today. Should you follow the route Nydia has suggested, or attempt a different route?
Okay, we go south.
Oh, you think? Mm-hmm. Man, I was gonna just keep humoring her. Because maybe she is good. Maybe
we're the psychopaths.
Right? Maybe we're just overly, like...
That's never
suspicious.
been the case.
I know. This is the one time it will be, though. Dang it. Dang it. So, you want to head south. Alright. What's the worst that can happen? We stay and hang out at the feast and then get devoured by whenever she turns into a werewolf? Alright.
True.
South. South it is, buddy boy. Boop. Okay. South it is. Boop. Perform a spot check. Difficulty 3.
Okay.
Cool.
Studying the terrain, you learn that something huge passed through here. Several trees list to either side, nearly toppled over with broken limbs strewn about. Interestingly, you also notice several deep holes in the dirt, somewhat like those one would dig for a fence post.
Okay, keep going south.
Yep.
Moving through the cursed woods, you finally discover signs of civilization. Half buried in the earth and covered by moss and rotten roots are the remnants of an old stone wall. Following along, you find more ruins and a dried-up riverbed which snakes its way down from the mountains to the east. Whatever this place once was, the area it covers is vast.
Okay, so now east.
Sure.
Okay. So, boop. And then keep going east, or you want to go south?
You go south.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Draw a Deepwood event. 35. If Willem is not part of your company anymore, archive this. Why'd you let him die?
I didn't make the choice to bring him in. I used a nameless guy so we didn't lose someone.
In my defense, I thought we were going to lose a lot earlier. Oh. Hold on, dang it. I don't know if it said to draw again. Yeah, and draw another.
This is when we've been showing him the ropes about being an Oathsworn.
If Brevik is not part of your company anymore, who the fuck is Brevik? Oh no, yeah, the merc on a mission. Dude, I do not remember you. Shouts ring out from the back of the column. A beast has attacked, but Brevik already dispatched it. You find him with tears of rage in his eyes, still beating the dead corpse. There was another one, he says. It went that way. Come on, we can still catch it. You know he wants revenge for his family, but chasing things into the Deepwood is a good way to get everyone killed. Perform a reasoning check. Difficulty 5. Wow. Okay. You remind Brevik he has a job to do, and now is not the time for revenge. Incensed, Brevik charges off into the Deepwood with a battle cry on his lips. Consumed by the dense foliage, he quickly drops out of sight. You try calling him back, but never see him again. Archive his ally card.
I see him.
Yeah, I
See if I remember him.
don't remember him. Even in the slightest.
God, fuckboy Brevik. Where we got him and some chick with a bow at the same time. Yeah, I don't remember when we were giving him.
Well, he's dead now. We're just losing all of our people left and right now. Hey, as long as at the end of the day we still have the dog. And the dog and the golem.
Yeah.
Those two.
The Collins, though.
As you travel deeper into the ruins, it becomes clear this was an ancient city at one time. You can easily pick out the hollowed husks of destroyed buildings and other structures dominating the landscape. The Deepwood is choked with the remains of old forgotten cities, but the ruins here feel older than any you have ever encountered before. Looking east, you see a maze of endless buildings, and to the south there is an old, dried-up riverbed which runs through the city there. The landscape to the south seems like it may be harder to traverse and will take more time to navigate. However, the view to the east is heavily obstructed by ruins and offers poor visibility.
I'm gonna go south.
Looking east, maze of endless buildings, and there's an old dried up riverbed. Yeah. Oh, I don't even know what it's supposed to look like. Are we here? Oh, we just might be there. Okay, so south.
Though the river no longer flows through
Okay.
this area, the ground is still incredibly muddy, and you quickly find yourselves sunken up to your knees in the soggy earth. As you drag yourselves through this part of the ruins, the riverbed appears to be leading you towards the center of the city.
The time token to the time track. I don't think we can, but choose the direction to go in. Okay, so we can go north or east.
East.
Okay, sweet.
We'll be fine.
Ruined City.
Nice.
The Ruined City. Place the ruined city tile here.
Rising from the land, in what is clearly the center of this former city, you find a massive temple complex, truly an architectural marvel. The structure is built from a strange dark stone which has silver veins running through it. If there is any place worth exploring in this city, it is certainly this. Picking up a stone, you toss it through the open entrance of the temple and wait. Nothing stirs or makes a sound from within. Sparking your amber torches, you head into the shadows. Along the walls inside the temple, you find the silver veins running through an array of corridors, each splitting off to form a giant maze. After a few turns, you realize you may have gotten yourselves lost.
Perform a reasoning check, difficulty 5.
Was it mine?
Yeah, go for it. 2, 4, 6. Nice.
Every passageway is curved, making it difficult to keep track of each individual turn you make. However, you are able to retrace your steps and begin to recognize which corridors you have already passed through. After exploring several passageways, you come to a central chamber and discover the curved corridors were purposely built as a series of concentric rings radiating out from this central room. It appears this chamber may hold some sort of ritual significance to the larger temple.
All Oathsworn gain a redraw token.
Nice.
Oops. There you go. Okay, there you go.
The chamber is an 8-sided room filled with eldritch architecture and carvings which are too alien for you to make sense of. Across each of the 8 walls are frescoes depicting what appears to be some sort of timeline or chronological history of this place. An image you see on one of the walls sends a chill down your spine. It features a perfectly rendered image of an enormous spider, its front legs rearing up to blot out the sun behind it. Arranged before the arachnid are the carved images of figures who appear to be using large receptacles to collect a string of silk thread spun from its gaping abdomen. Other humanoid shapes bow down in reverence, clearly worshipping the arachnid.
Yeah, she's a spider.
Gain clue token 2.
And that's why she didn't want us to go south.
If you have clue token 4 or it is on the village tile, okay, we do not have clue.
Man, we have missed 4.
The nightmares which stalk the Deepwood are regarded in many ways, but you have never heard of one that was worshipped in a temple. This creature was clearly revered by this civilization.
And tracker token 5 is on the village tile.
Stepping from the temple, you find the sun beginning to dip below the horizon. Setting off at double pace, you head back to refuge.
Place time tokens on the time track until you place the time token on the... I guess we flip? I don't know.
No.
There is a 14-point B, but I figured it would have told us. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you have found 3 or more clue tokens, mark the extra unique item box for Chapter 14, which we have. Nice.
Exhausted and frustrated, you return to refuge, only to find that Nydia is not waiting at the edge of the clearing to greet you as she was each of the prior days. The sound of flutes and drums playing lively music tell you why. The feast is already in full swing. You find the villagers dancing around a maypole and talking together in the commons. Plates of bread and meat adorn the tables, and even an assortment of fruity treats for dessert. Ah, the guests of honor have arrived, Nydia calls out. Now the feast can truly begin. She beckons you over to a central table, prepared just for you. It seems out of place to be held in such esteem, but the villagers are overjoyed by your presence, and the food does smell delicious. Still, you are in no mood to celebrate, and it takes a bit of coaxing from Nydia for you to agree to join the feast. Once everyone has taken their seats, Nydia leads the assembly in prayer.
I need you plump.
Let us give thanks to the One who protects us and gives us peace. May she ever watch over us. As we feast, so will she.
And the priest has this entire time been like, yes, let's give thanks to the One. And then Nydia's like, may she always watch over us. She? You blaspheme!
As our joy rises, may all those gathered here make merry, for we are the chosen, and this place is our refuge, now and always. Now and always, the villagers reply to the liturgy. As the music begins again, Nydia pours some wine. Our best for the guests of honor, she says, smiling as she offers each of you a cup.
Perform a reasoning check. Huh?
So good.
Just pouring on our shoulder.
Or just do like the side.
Perform a reasoning check. Difficulty 9. Subtract the number of clues you have from the difficulty.
3, 4, 5. 5 clues.
It doesn't.
Number of clues.
Yeah, but it says there is always it always mentioned like we don't count the clues that are on the village.
Right, but it didn't this time.
Fair. So difficulty 4, reasoning.
Okay.
Okay. Reroll.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Very much got it. All Oathsworn gain a redraw token. What is this, boss?
I don't know.
Or we're just doing super well.
We are. It's about goddamn time. And they're like, okay, we know last chapter was a shit show, and they're being nice.
We're gonna take it back.
We don't want you to quit the game.
You suspect the drink has been laced, and decide the time has come to confront Nydia. She has been hiding the truth and guiding you down false paths ever since your arrival, to keep you trapped in this village. Every interaction has deepened your suspicions towards a darker deception lurking beneath the surface here, and you will no longer play her game. Slapping the cup from Nydia's hand, you rise.
Choose one. Kill Nydia, or confront Nydia.
Oh god, just straight up kill her? Well, I don't know if she's the monster or the representative.
Right. Maybe we play it safe and
so I'm like, okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the village is indeed under the protection of something.
Yeah.
But in return for human sacrifices of some form or another.
That's fair.
And I think they enjoy us being there in that it's not one of their own. So they're allowed to continue and progenitate.
And Nydia is just kind of like
and she's like the overseer. I don't know if she's actually the beast or if she's simply the one who...
Yeah, but it's also but why was she sending us off to just those places?
So, what have we seen? We've seen a caravan that found no human bodies, and it didn't touch horses.
No blood.
No blood. So it wasn't Scar Tribe.
And blade gashes.
Yeah. Blade gashes, yes. And then we found...
the ransacked village.
The ransacked village, which had... like, sucked from the inside bodies.
Right.
And as well as we found remains of Scar Tribe... with the same situation.
Right. And then the ruined city that just had like a temple of worshipping an arachnid.
Yes.
So we really have no hard proof of anything about this village. They just keep saying the one.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe confront?
Yeah, either way, it's going to be...
Maybe, she could also maybe be under a spell or under something that...
You know it's not the case. It
huh?
never is. Not in this
I
game.
feel like if we kill her, then it's going to anger whatever and we get ambushed.
Right.
If we
I think
confront
that's
her,
a
maybe,
good thing.
can...
I think one of these is going to be battle normally, the other's going to be ambush.
Right.
So
confront, because we're not like cold-hearted.
So we've seen a woman in the tower that was like...
yeah. Like a little girl, I think. It was a woman, or was it a little girl?
This was in the central building that we saw through the window.
Yeah.
But it smelled like decay. when we got to the roof.
Right.
So whatever that is might be the being or something.
Yeah. So confront.
Let's confront her.
You quickly draw your weapons and surround Nydia, cutting off her escape. As you level your accusations, Nydia interrupts with laughter. It's too late. She has already been summoned.
Damn it.
She is coming for you. We need only offer you up. Nydia nods to someone, and you suddenly hear the sound of a dozen weapons being drawn. Turning, you find a group of men armed with cudgels and pitchforks. They are clearly the backup plan, in case the laced drink had not done the trick. As one, they charge.
Perform a round of combat against Defense 6.
Okay.
Can I have some of my dice back?
No, I'm keeping all. What do you want?
I had it split evenly, so like, how many blacks do you have over there? 2. So there's 3
reds.
Yeah, and nope, send those back to me. Okay, now I think we're even.
Okay.
Round of combat against Defense 6.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Crush 'em.
3, 6, 10, 12, 13. Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh god, the Ursus just started mowing through them. 11.
Just crushing
Alright,
it.
let's see how the blade does.
Oops. Okay. So 9, 10. So I'm good over here, definitely.
3, 6. Oh yeah, blade
10,
went berserk.
15.
2,
Yeah, just
3, 6, 9. Yep. Fucking murdered
he's
him.
parrying and just cutting it.
The initial rush manages to drive you back toward the edge of the village.
Then you
There is a
massacre
ferocity in their eyes that seems to be driven by fear rather than hate. Ultimately, there is no match for your skill and power. But as you gain the upper hand, they cease their assault and begin to back away with terrified looks on their faces. Turning, you see the Deepwood trees swaying in the night air, accompanied by the heavy, hastened thud of dozens of approaching legs.
Oh, Jesus.
Rushing down from the trees, you see dozens of fat, 8-legged spiders crawling toward you. They weave webs that coat every surface they touch, leaving a blanket of silk in their wake which stretches far into the Deepwood. It is as though they are preparing a royal procession for a queen. Massive spear-like black legs flicker into view high in the trees as the light of the amber torches reflect off a multitude of horrid eyes and a bulbous torso of egg sacs and black chitin.
Good.
The giant creature slowly draws closer, as if savouring the meal to come. Looking into its fixated black orbs, you see intelligence and a voracious hunger. The people of refuge made a pact with that. You form a defensive ring as the first hound-sized web weavers approach, your weapons cleaving and slicing furry abdomens and spiky legs. They are not easy to kill, and for each one slain, more are quick to descend from the trees beyond. Somehow, you will need to find an advantage if you hope to get out of this alive. A short distance away, you see a circle of amber torches surrounded by a bunch of wooden stakes fixed with manacles driven into the ground. Clearly, the plan was to shackle you there and offer you as a sacrifice to the horde of spiders. On a hunch, you rush to the circle and grab one of the amber torches. Testing your theory, you set fire to the sticky webbing that coats the nearest tree and watch as fire spreads rapidly up the trunk. The flames engulf the tree, felling every spider lurking in its boughs. Your victory is short-lived, however, as you turn to face the queen spider and find she has disappeared. Spiders are ambush predators, and she has slipped into the treetops in order to wait for the perfect moment to strike. You can feel her giant, midnight black eyes watching you as her young descend from the trees.
Okay, we are not ambushed.
Sweet.
So, mystery chest. Yep, so... Alright. Oh, that's gnarly. That is gnarly art.
Oh, fuck. It's a scary spider.
Yeah, wish it was, bigger, but... Alright. That was Story 14.
Nice.
So, we will set up for this encounter and fight this spider that we don't know how they work because we didn't actually find enough info. So, stick around for that. Otherwise, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.